Hello, I'm the lawman, and I want to tell you about the scariest guy, one of the scariest guy that I've encountered in my whole law enforcement career. Oh, this dude. And I would say he was the real life Debo. Debo from Friday. Debo. Real life Debo. Um, this was in the late 90s, and I was in a smaller city. Um, I just had got to this city, so it had to be late 96 and 96, sometime in 96. And so I was still riding with my sergeant because he was showing me the ropes because I just had got hired for this smaller city. And and Sergeant, he was at the time, I was probably 23, 24, and I was still in the weight room, fresh, just because I kept myself in shape. But I was probably about 235 pounds of muscle, 6'1", a little over 6'1", 235 pounds of muscle. And my sergeant, he was maybe 6'2", 6'3", probably 260, 270. He wasn't muscle, but he was a big guy. And we got a call. The neighbors called on this particular family. And when we got there, my sergeant said, "Oh boy, we better call some backup." And I'm not gonna say the guy's name. I'm just gonna call him Debo, cause Debo, boy, Debo, he real mean. Back then I'm like, shoot, man, I'm mean myself, man. Ain't nobody scared of him, man. Shoot, I saw just two of us, one of him, and so I guess he took my advice, and we knocked on the door, and there was a female came to the door. She was breathing hard, and she didn't have on no top. Um, Looked like she had been in a struggle. And we walked in the house, and man, let me tell you something. I saw this dude. I saw this dude, man. This dude was probably from chest to back about this wide, and he was wider than me. And he was probably maybe a little under 6 feet. But this dude was huge, man. I mean, huge. Um, and yeah, he fitted a stereotype. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, because I have to keep it real. He fitted a stereotype because he was real dark, and one of his eyes like crossed over like Debo, like that, like crossed over. I mean, this dude right here, I'm looking at him, and he's in there snorting. Man, what y'all doing in my house? And I said, sir, you need to calm down. Somebody called and said there was a domestic going on in this house. And the female was like, no, we okay. Did nobody call? We okay. And you know how you can kind of tell that they're scared to say anything. But Debo, I mean, man, Debo, he went to going off. And Debo said, man, F this right here, man. F this shit. Man, I ain't call y'all, so I'm going back to my back room. I'm going back. And I said, hey, buddy, we need you to stay up here. We need you to talk to us. Man, I'm going back. I'm going back. I said, let me tell you something, man. I ain't gonna tell you again. If you walk back there to that room, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna break your effing neck. And I said F word. And Debo turned around, he looked at me, and I looked at him. I said, look, man, if that look right there is supposed to be scaring me, you need to change look because it ain't working. Yeah, because at that time I wouldn't be going back down from nobody because I was going to win this fight by any means necessary. And he stood right there looking. And of course, she denied that anything went on, even though we knew. He wouldn't cooperate with us. And so we left there. And When we were leaving there, the sergeant I was with say, Lawman, you pretty brave, man, because he ain't been too long got out of prison because he beat up an officer with a 2x4 about 5-6 years ago. He beat up her with a 2x4 mate, and the man had to retire. And I'm like, dang. And then it makes so bad, there was another officer there watching, and when he beat up the other guy with the 2x4. It was a female. She had her gun out, and he turned and started chasing her with the 2x4. And I was like, wow, And okay, we're gonna fast forward this maybe a week later. I'm off duty. I'm in a store. I'm in my shorts. Reaching down to get me a Coca-Cola. And I heard somebody breathing. You know how you can kind of tell over here on the side and I looked over. Guess who was there? It was Debo. And Debo was like, man, you know, that real freaked up, man, the way you talking to me in front of my old lady. And I said, look, man, let me tell you something, man. Right now, if you got a problem with anything I did or said, you need to go down and complain to my chief of police or anything. Because I said, if you don't get out of my face right now, I'm going to unalive you in this store right now. I guarantee you. I'm going to send you to the spiritual realm. And he would have. And I always carried I had a 9mm Danger in my pocket. I had my hand in my pocket on the trigger. I always carried it everywhere I go. Even to this day. I'm about to call and all that. But guess what? That dude right there, man, he became one of my biggest allies. And I mean, he was way stronger than me. I had a lot of respect for him. He had a lot of respect for me. But sometimes when you're used to being the big bad bully and everybody's scared of you, somebody need to stand up to you. Like Craig did Debo on Friday. I stood up to him and he respected that. And I would like to send shout out to him. I think I heard that he got killed in an accident a few years ago, but brother, you had my respect. And I remember sometimes one time we were at a club and these guys was getting us a hard time. They was fighting up there. And Debo came up to me. He's like, Lawman, what you need me to do? I said, man, if you can help us clear these people out. And Debo spoke to him one time. I told him these was gangsters and everybody. And they got the heck on out of Dodge because everybody respected Debo. Everybody respected Debo. So yeah, but rest in peace there, brother. You'll never be forgotten. And yeah, I respected you. You helped me out a lot. And of course, you know from our relationship that it wasn't personal. But yeah, you was a scary looking cat, boy. Woo, scary looking cat. All right, y'all. That was story time with the Lawman. Now, if you have any questions, please email me at askthelawman.com, askthelawman.com. And please, like my video. Watch it all the way through. Like it or dislike it. You can dislike it. Comment in the comment section. All right? Peace out. Love you all. All right, take it easy.